Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a look at what everyone's favorite Battlemaids had done during the 4th season of Overlord. But before we're going to do so, let me thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. Also, please check out my fantasy channel, because this time we are going to take a look at Espers and their powers. Now, with all of that said, let's start with Yuri Alpha, for she got something to do her creatress Yamaiko actually did in real life. Yuri Alpha became a teacher for the children in the Sorcerer Kingdom, after questions of education had been settled by Ainz. This was something that made her very happy and fulfilled her. But sadly her sister, Nabralgamma, wasn't as interested in her sister's newfound profession, which was a surprise to the Overlord Ainz Ulgon. Now let's continue with Lupus Regina Beta, who continued to guard the village of Karen, and to tease and let's call it educate Enri about nocturnal activities, to the point even the trusting and very naive Enri realized that Lupus Regina was a true and utter deviant. And in the Holy Kingdom arc, which literally takes place within the Season 4, but which had been cut out, the smiling sadist was also attending Ainz Ulgon, and she fought him, but more about that later. For Nabralgamma, aside from this one brief talk with Ainz, exists very little information, but like all Pleiades Battlemaids, she too served at the entrance of Nezarec as sentries. And she, like all of her sisters, was used as a template for a couple of greater doppelganger, who would be sent to the Holy Kingdom. Now let's continue with Shizo Delta, and her doppelganger too was among those active in the Holy Kingdom, and as a result of the doppelganger's prowess, she, aka the original, was sent to the Holy Kingdom in order to work in a key role as an escort and senior to Nea Baraya. Aside from their little senpai-kohai dynamic and the fact that they became friends in the very end, Shizo Delta had her memories altered by Ainz Ulgon, because now that she would visit Nea on her own, Ainz wanted to deny potential attackers any information about the Great Tomb, while simultaneously feeding his enemies false twisted memories, if they even manage to somehow capture a Battlemaid. Moving on to Solution Epsilon, and her doppelganger was also among those sent to the Holy Kingdom, and she too had to perform guard duty at the fake entrance of the Great Tomb of Nezarec. And by the way, the guards were never meant to actually offer any resistance against a seriously strong foe. Quite the contrary, they were meant to die without any resistance whatsoever, in order to improve the morale position of the Sorcerer Kingdom once battle ends, and the peace talk would start. But smaller foes were deterred from entering, while strangers, who would just have lost their orientation, were told to leave. Furthermore, Solution, like Entoma, greeted Ainz Ulgon once he returned from Irantel, and she was the one who also offered him back his Ring of Ainz Ulgon. Entoma Vasilisa Zeta also had little to no screen time, and was only mentioned in passing, and described by the actions of her doppelganger, but she too briefly talked to Ainz Ulgon once it became necessary to call him back from Irantel, in order to talk about the ingenious plan of Philip, the master strategist, the smartest man alive. At least if everyone else would have just died. And that's pretty much it, but only for the regular Pleiades that were thus far shown in the Overlord light novels and in the anime, but there is one other, and one sufficiently more powerful than the others among the ranks of her sisters. Auriel Omega, the youngest and strongest of them, as well as the only Pleiades that has reached the level of 100, as well as the only human in the entire Tomb of Nezarec, aside from, technically speaking, Ainz. And Auriel apparently has many augmentative classes, which are quite powerful, and once she has buffed her sisters, they would become very fierce and quite capable in battle, to the very point that even a level 100 foe would have troubles fighting off even the comparably weak level 46 Shizo Delta. Something that left quite the impression on the one the Pleiades doppelganger set to battle, and that one is no other than Ainz Ol Goen himself. So even though the Pleiades Battlemaid played at least in this season not much of a role, again mainly due to the fact that the two books, where they had lots and lots of screen time, will just receive their own movie and had been cut out. But they were still around and everyone was obviously fulfilling their own little day-to-day activities and roles. And in case of Yuri Alpha, the Pleiades even found her calling. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave me your opinions down in the comment section. And as usual, I say thank you very much for watching and special thanks to Arder Daddy Arder, Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Love Razor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Okill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Cune Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc War Boss, Rock Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.